Hey all and welcome back for another HellfireComms Patreon Quick Look. Today we are checking out Dynasty Warriors 8 Xtreme Legends Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. This was commissioned by Frost Samurai, and I've played a bit of Dynasty Warriors Fair in my time, played the ever-loving shit out of Hyrule Warriors, both on the 3DS with Legends and also its own Definitive Edition on the Switch. And I think we're just going to take a look at a couple of missions in the story mode, because it's very repetitive by its nature. It's a Muso. Tanner, do you want to explain what a Muso is?
A Muso genre is basically 1 versus 1,000. You get to be a single soldier, or maybe a couple, and you go and just completely destroy thousands of nameless troops, occasionally fighting a named trooper, and they're usually based on anything that involves war. So it could be historical war, such as this, looking at the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era of China. You have the Sengoku Warriors, which is, or Samurai Warriors, which is based on the Sengoku period. And then a whole bunch of licensed ones, like the best one, One Piece Pirate Warriors. That's a good one.
Okay, I think we tried to do this before and played as Lubu, so just for a change of pace, who else should we play as here?
I like to go with the Ways to start off with.
Okay. Yes, we will play on normal, thank you very much.
Yeah, they pretty much each are a color. Think of them like Fire Emblem, where you have, like, the red people, the blues, the yellows, literally called the Yellow Turban Rebellion, so all of them will be one color, nice and easy to understand.
In response, numerous heroes did things, and he was there. Him with his owl features and beard.
So, there are a good number of Dynasty Warriors games, including, so we're playing Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition. That's not the final game of the Dynasty Warriors 8 series.
Oh, Lord.
There is another one that came after called Empires, but that one was not released on the Switch in North America. But they like to do the Capcom thing of releasing updates upon updates upon updates.
Very Goron-looking guy here. So I'm gonna roll my boulders down, you need to defeat the forts, otherwise those boulders will keep rolling.
You joke, but his moveset is literally throwing bombs around like a Goron, and they used some of those moves to make Link's bombs in Hyrule Warriors there.
Oh, of course they would, yeah. I get to choose my characters. Who do you think I should play as, mate?
Probably Cao Cao.
Okay.
He's one of the headliner characters of the series. He's the most known of the Wei people.
Alright, let's do this shit. Oh, we got English voice acting and everything, nice.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors actually surprisingly gets dubs, though it is well known for its dubs being anywhere between the range of passable to, oh my god, this actually came out.
You fool, Cao Cao.
You gave me a tiny sword when I asked for a long sword. Well, that's why you get crotch shots as establishing shots. No, my tiny sword.
I bought it from AliExpress for $5.
Only those who wield true strength can claim any stake in this land.
I'm just gonna pretend I know, like, anything about the story, because it may as well just be, like, black and white fuzzy images for all I know.
Yeah, the general knowledge of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms story is kind of small for, you know, most Westerners, but in China, it's like Shakespeare. It's super well known there, but alas, we are not in China.
No. No, we are not. Oh, hell yeah, a little bit of butt rock, that's what I like.
Dynasty Warriors is a genre of music, honestly. Like, those crazy guitars, it's so good.
I'm gonna assume this is Lubu here.
Yeah, you can tell by his massive red feathers, which apparently are historically correct.
Oh, okay.
You think he's okay?
Now, anime hair like that, that is not historically correct.
I don't know, did you live in ancient China?
You know what? I haven't for a while.
Alright, 3 arrows at once, and none of them hit Cao Cao.
So something interesting about the actual Romance of the Three Kingdoms story is there are a number of elements that are fantastical. You know, blessings from gods are used in the story, and they kind of get put into this where you'll get characters doing things that are not really humanly possible, but is accurate to what is said in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms story.
Okay, let's have a look here. Y on my Pro Controller is a light attack. I guess that's like a heavy or something.
Yeah, so you pretty much have your lights, you have your heavies. This uses the system of, you basically have light combos that then use a heavy to do an ender with. There's two types of ways Musos go. You can either have ones where you have light combos that end with heavies, or you have ones where you can also do heavy light combos, and different games do different things. So the Samurai Warriors games will give you what are called charge combos there, where this is just combo enders like Hyrule Warriors.
Nice. Yes, yes. I can do light or ice magic, it seems.
Yeah, so, you know, blue characters get blue associated powers, being ice and, you know, water and maybe a bit of light there, but it's fantastical, you know, they spice it up a bit.
Let's see, could I change my weapon? Doesn't seem like it right now.
So yeah, there's a large number of weapons in this game, where I think there's about as many as there are playable characters, which is more than 100 there. And certain weapons are tied to characters, so that if they are like their key weapon, they'll do better with them. But you can give anyone anything if you really want.
He's almost done. Open these gates. Thank you. So this is the gameplay, guys. I hope you weren't expecting, like, a dragon to come out and we'd ride on it or anything. This is the Dynasty Warriors fair.
Yeah, this is the original Dynasty Warriors sort of gameplay that then got branched out into all those spin-offs. But something interesting about Dynasty Warriors is the numbers for the games are different in Japan and the West. This game is called Dynasty Warriors 8 here, but is called Dynasty Warriors 7 in Japan.
Huh.
Because the first Dynasty Warriors game is a fighting game, and they, instead of calling it Dynasty Warriors 2 when it came out to Japan when they made it into a Muso, they just called it Shin Dynasty Warriors or Super Dynasty Warriors, but we just kept the titles going, so all of our numbers are one higher than everyone else's.
Okay. I think I changed my weapon with one of the shoulder buttons back there. I seem to be using a thinner one now.
Yeah, so you got kind of like a regular sword or more of a lighter sword, but as you can see, this dude just has straight up Cloud's Buster sword over there. There's weapons that range from, yeah, that makes sense, to those don't exist.
Yeah. I like fantastical things in my sort of realistic settings.
My favorite weapon has to be one called the Arm Blade, which you look at and you're like, okay, it's, you know, it's like a long arm blade sort of thing that kind of covers your arm. But what they really should call it is the Boat, because you surf on it with your heavy attacks and you can surf troops, which is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I should probably not be focusing on every single individual thing. I've got to escape.
Yeah, so the general sort of gameplay loop is the little troops are there just to get your super meter up, really. You don't need to deal with them, though if left unattended, on missions where it's about, say, like capturing territory, they can capture it from you, but the ones you want to go for are the named troops. They lead the battalions, they're the ones that will get the stuff done, such as, you know, hurting your enemies or going after your areas, so you want to focus on them.
Alright lads, you want some of this? I got pickups for days. Oh, I love it. It does get a bit repetitive, but there's beauty in the repetition in these sorts of games, especially Hyrule Warriors, which I will hold up as just the gold standard in terms of like quality of life editions and so on.
No, for sure, and something that's really good about kind of all Musos, but Hyrule Warriors really shows it off, is just the fact that you are constantly unlocking stuff. It is just so rewarding. You can play for 15 minutes, and you'll get 3 pop-ups saying, congrats, you got this, congrats, you got this, and it's so nice to just chill out and have that, you know, the dopamine button hit in your head.
Yep. That's kind of annoying. tossed all over the place like a salad.
See if you can use, you have your big glowy Muso meter there. I think if you press one of the R buttons or L buttons, you can go super on it. And that'll make you go faster and do all that stuff.
I have a horse.
Sadly, not as OP as the horse in Hyrule Warriors. Epona is the best.
Oh god, Lubu's there. I don't like that.
Just chilling behind a door.
Hey lads, how you doing? Ah!
There's actually not only unlockable horse, but customizable horses, so you can give them unique powers, which can, lead to some fun scenarios with, overpowered horses.
Where's me lads at? I think they've just headed on. Oh god, there's Lubu!
Well, don't pursue him, that's what they always say. So yeah, it looks like if you head straight, your troops are still there dealing with enemies. They usually stop when there's a named troop in front of them, which is good to know if you're ever playing a Warriors game and you have an escort mission, because I know whenever I had one of those, I was like, why aren't my people walking at all? And they get stopped by named troops.
Okay. Come on, there you go. Oh my god. Alright, I'm paying attention to you now. Everyone is firing at me. I should probably take out these things.
Yeah, ranged attacks are a bit of a problem there.
How exactly do you take out these basilistas or whatever they're called? Because they just seem to be
I think they're actually controlled by the mobile unit captains there. By getting rid of them, they're the ones controlling them there.
Okay. I haven't managed to get up, that is. Okay, now I'm just being juggled. This isn't as nice. And I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm fine. I would like to control these myself, actually, but alas. You're the source of my pain.
This one guy controlling it with his ancient Chinese mind powers.
Here we go. Just stay back a little bit. It's fine. Oh, I'm coming. Okay, I can't jump over a little thing. This is known.
I think if you press the right stick in, you'll go into rage mode, which will increase your attack.
Ah, there you go.
I knew it was one of them buttons. It's always the threes I forget about.
Yeah. Get my combos in.
It's much like magic mode in Hyrule Warriors there, which will unleash a good spell at the end to help you.
That was kind of annoying, but I'm glad they've stopped now.
I would probably go destroy those pots there and see if you can get some good health items.
It's all good, mate. It's all good in the hood.
There you go. Very nice. So, while we are doing this, because, the gameplay is just this, I'm going to do a thing where I'm going to tell you every franchise that got a Warriors game.
Okay.
You type in Warriors games, because I need to find them, because I don't even remember what all of them are. So the big one that I was talking about, which just came out, was One Piece Pirate Warriors. A new one just came out of that. That's really good. The first spin-off series that got one was the Gundam Warriors series.
Huh.
There's also one called Orochi Warriors 4, or rather the Orochi Warriors series, which is a crossover between Samurai and Dynasty Warriors, which I actually got a download code for that on the Switch there, which is really good. It's a little strange that these characters are all real historical people fighting each other from different eras, but sure.
Yeah, what not?
There's the Fist of the North Star ones, which are okay. They're not amazing. I've played a couple of them. There's Hyrule Warriors, as we stated before, which is really good. Nintendo helped out with them. There's one called Arslan, the Warriors of Legend, based on a anime series called The Heroic Legend of Arslan, which I've never heard about.
Same.
There's Berserk and the Band of the Hawk, which I know some people don't enjoy too much, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was probably one of the best Berserk things ever, because boy, that series is cursed to have bad adaptations.
Wow, I'm just tripping all over the place in this one. This didn't happen with Lubu, I can tell you that much.
It might be because this character doesn't have any super armor on his attacks like Lu Bu does, where instead, you know, you get hit and you immediately fly away from even the most basic of troops there, which is actually better, because then you don't just lose your health quickly, you get hit around, which makes you safe on the ground.
Yeah, for sure.
There was also one called Warriors All-Stars, which is just a bunch of random Tecmo Koei franchises coming together, like Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive, Neo, all those ones. Fire Emblem Warriors, which I enjoyed quite a bit, though it had the problem of everyone who fought with a sword was the same, everyone who fought with a bow was the same, and that's kind of annoying. And the upcoming Persona 5 Scramble, which, after playing that demo, oh boy, that might be the coolest Warriors game ever, because they just took the entire gameplay of Persona 5 and put it into a Warriors game.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's actually incredible. Where you have, like, your RPG pop-up menu that you stop time, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. You have equipable personas that let you change up your movesets. It's actually the coolest thing ever.
Oh, it sure was nice of Lu Bu not to pursue us. Kind of like a reverse sort of situation.
Yeah, you know, we say don't pursue Lu Bu, but what we don't know is Lu Bu is also told the same thing to not pursue us.
Please open. Oh, I sense an ambush coming on.
What? No way. This lady who was with the bad guys leading us to a dead end and we're talking, there's no way there'll be an ambush here.
Okay, that turned out better than expected.
Surprisingly, Diao-chan
God
actually...
almighty.
Never mind. Ha-ha!
Yeah, that's Dynasty Warriors for you.
I actually really appreciate the video gaminess of Dynasty Warriors, where it'll be just like, yeah, like a whole bunch of troops just appeared on the screen.
Yeah.
In fact, the Dynasty Warriors game after this one, 9, decided to go more realistic. It was like an open world sort of thing where the troops actually roamed and time was involved. That game came out and was terrible, so... yeah, the cartooniness is the better way to handle it.
I don't know what it is about, like, companies trying to mix open world into very video gamey franchises. It works for Zelda, because that was kind of one of the first open world games in video games, but Dynasty Warriors works better when it's focused, I think.
Yeah, I think they were going for trying to get out. They wanted to hit that, like, AAA market, right? They wanted it to be seen as something that, oh yeah, like Dynasty Warriors, that's a good franchise. Whereas it's not. It's like a B-tier sort of thing, and it revels in being B-tier, right? So, I don't know. It didn't turn out the best, but they've, as we see, they're releasing new Warriors games, and, like, they're not Dynasty Warriors 9 style, so we're good. They learned their lesson. Mistake averted.
Yeah. Well, I think we did it. We did it. I can't use my moves, and in Dynasty Warriors parlance, that means you've beaten it or you failed.
Yep, that means that the mission, something has happened, and you gotta read that text. That's in every Warriors game.
Wonderful. You saw me flail, you saw me fall, you saw me get up, you saw me flail and fall again. That's just Dynasty Warriors. I hate those Bastillas or whatever.
Yeah, they seem to be really annoying there with the knockback is the thing.
Yes, I'm over here now. You cannot catch me. Imagine if they were really that big. Like, oh my god, he's moving across China. You did it, Goku.
Just destroying everything along the way.
Oh lord. So we did a story thing. I guess I'll go into like challenges mode now just to cap things off here, because that took roughly about 20 minutes and I don't really want to do another 20-minute mission. This sort of thing is where you pick it up, you play a mission, you put it back down.
No, for sure, and they are something that you can kind of pop on and play just in the background. You can very much mindlessly play it, you know, especially on the Switch version, which for this game didn't get too bad of a downgrade in terms of graphics. I mean, it is a PS3, Xbox 360 game, but that ranges in quality, whereas One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 just came out, and boy, that Switch version looks like a PS2 version.
Yikes. Now, we're talking actual PS2, not just people who, like, call things they don't like PS2.
We're talking actual PS2, because of course there's been One Piece games on the PS2, and they can do a direct side-by-side comparison, and it looks the same.
Okay, am I allowed to go back? Apparently not.
I think you just have to choose a character, and then you can just hit back from your mission after you go to... I think you have to at least start the battle.
Okay, that's fair.
My might shall illuminate the path to victory.
No, it won't, because I'm going to be backing out as second I get the power to do so.
So it is really cool that there are so many characters to play as and so many movesets, and actually something that's really cool that's in this that is not in a ton of Warriors games is this is like a time where you can like walk around and talk with people.
Oh yeah.
You can go to shops, there's, you know, voice acting with certain characters. I actually really like this and wish that more Warriors games would have this instead of just menus, because it's nice to kind of chill out after a battle.
Yeah. There you go. It's a little sneak peek, as it were. And now we quit. Alright, let's see what the Challengers has for us. Challenge mode.
There's always, you know, the side modes as well, where you have not only just your characters doing things that they canonically did, but you can play as, you know, characters in dream scenarios, and that's where usually the bulk of the gameplay is. You know, the story mode of Hyrule Warriors isn't very long, but the adventure mode is.
Ooh, that's fucking right, is who that is.
A little bit, you're not even wrong. Though, I mean, with so many characters, because you're only on one page of this is one family of characters, there is, you know, there's a good number of them that have familiar faces.
Let's see, who should I go with? Chain and Sickle, do you think?
That sounds fun.
Alright, select course.
Be like Ghost Rider.
Defeat as many officers as possible. Rage through, destroying all enemies. Rampage.
That sounds fun. Just defeat as many as you can.
Okay, we'll do that. Bridge melee, knock as many enemies as possible off the bridge, speed run, and then arena. So yeah, Rampage.
Yeah, because that's just going to be a nice one that you can quickly pop on and do. Though, of course, with all these playable characters, the amount of costumes that they have is relatively low compared to some Warriors games, but of course DLC exists.
Oh, nice. I like the range on that.
It's like Ghost Rider, but with a sickle.
There's a little bit of a follow-up with that stuff, yeah.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, one thing about the Warriors games is they actually end up reusing a lot of content in between them. So for example, if you're playing Hyrule Warriors and you use the Fire Rod moveset, it is quite or almost the exact same, you know, similar-wise to the Fire Rod that's in this, because of course ancient China had Fire Rods.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, come to me. This guy feels more fun to play than Cao Cao.
Yeah, so there are different types of, like, categories of characters where Cao Cao is probably better for, you know, single, harder named troops. This guy is great for that crowd clearing I was talking about there.
Right, we got an officer over here.
And he's fighting with the arm blade boat weapon I was talking about that lets you surf.
Oh god, there's a lot of them. Get out of here.
It's kind of like All-Star mode from Smash Bros. Ultimate, where you have kind of the regular troops that appear, and then every now and then you get a named character like Hulao.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go away. Thanks.
Thankfully, outside of the story mode, he is nowhere near as powerful.
Ah.
They always buff him up for the story. When he's playable, he's usually just a regular troop with more than decent potential.
Of course, yeah. Oh, he's a jumping lad, I'll give him that. That was like the end of Twilight Princess.
You're not wrong there. Even like color scheme wise, almost. So the guy you're playing as, his name is Xia Shu. He started his career in the late Han Dynasty as a minor official. He has his own very, very long Wikipedia page.
I would expect nothing less.
And let me tell you, none of the pictures of him look anywhere near as cool as this chain and sickle guy.
Oh. I wonder how they decide what weapons to give these guys.
Yeah, I don't know, but I will say something that was really cool is when I went to Japan, they actually had an exhibit at the like the Tokyo Metropolitan Museum about the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era and like artifacts from it, and they actually were advertising with renders from Dynasty Warriors put next to the like actual like old school pictures saying like, look at like the past and future of how we viewed, you know, the Chinese you know, Romance era stuff, and it's like that is not what they were like at all.
Yeah, so we've defeated over 600 lads now. Oh, so many poor lad widows and whatnot.
Yeah, to be born in the Dynasty Warriors universe must suck, because, like, if your baby does not have a name above their head at birth, you're like, oh, you're just a trooper.
Yep.
But if you get one with a name and a health bar, you're like, alright, my kid's going on to do great things.
Wow, these guys just go down when you're in rage mode. It's kind of crazy.
And I think rage mode will go up the more that you, the more KOs you have, because it, like, channels through him. Let the rage of the gods flow through you, Jiaju.
Well, let's just be thankful that Kratos didn't make it to the Orient.
Man, Kratos would be such a good Muso character, though, with the blades there. Like, it writes itself.
I'm amazed they didn't put him in as, like, a secret character.
There's a number of, like, weird Musos that have, like, guest characters, but for the most part, they don't do many Western ones, which is a bit of a darn shame, because, I mean, I was talking with my one friend about how awesome the Walking Dead Warriors would be.
Oh.
Like, with zombie hordes. Like, it would be so perfect.
I need to kill more guys. That's alright, Lubu, you can chase me.
I think the guys, there's no more because they spawn when you kill the named people. Because whenever you do that, it says, following Lubu's death, the more troops appear. So you gotta deal with them. It's like there's a couple modes in Hyrule Warriors that have those couple missions.
Right, knock him over with my heavy, and then go to town with this. He's just kind of not trying, really.
Yeah, it's like the All-Star mode in Smash, where it's more of about trying to see how many you get, less about the challenge of fighting them. And if you want to switch things up, you do have another weapon on your weapon wheel there to switch up to, for just, you know, a bit of variety.
Oh, it's a basic sword, so it is. Nice. I had my Phantom Thieves come out to help me with it.
He just loves that Aladdin sequel.
No, I prefer my sickle, thank you.
It seems to be real good for the for the crowd control, which is this entire mode.
Can I make it to 1,000? I think I can.
I think you can as well, because we're only halfway through the time limit.
So, any memories of Muso, mate?
Oh man, so I actually never played Muso until about the PS3 era. And for me, I can really, like, closely tie it to one specific memory, which was I had a friend, and I went over to his house one day, and he's like, dude, you have to play this game. And I never heard of it before. It was called Sengoku Basara. And it was a Capcom game. And of course, being a huge Capcom fan, I'm like, okay, I'll give this a try. And it was basically Capcom's, like, ripoff of Samurai Warriors that was better than Samurai Warriors. And I played it, and I'm like, this is amazing. He's like, yo, if you think this is good, you gotta wait for that new One Piece game coming out. And I'm like, yo, gotta try that. And so I did, and we were PS3 sharing at the time, where you know, have two people logged in to different PS3s, and so I could get his games he downloaded, and in like a day I played that entire game, and I'm like, this might be my new favorite genre ever.
Wow.
And so we played it a ton. We actually then afterwards I went back to his house, and in a single day we recorded a full Let's Play of the One Piece Pirate Warriors original. So I have like this super ancient Let's Play up on my channel of us just binging it in one day, which is a lot of fun there. Even the end is like, at the very end, we're fighting the final boss, and I get a phone call from my dad to pick me up. And he's like, you need to come right now. It's like 9 o'clock, and I've been waiting outside. I'm like, we're at the final boss recording a video. just wait, right? So, and then after that, it was just a case of every time a new Muso game came out, I was like, I gotta play it, because they're just so fun and addicting.
Yeah, well, something done well is better than something ambitious done poorly, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like
something basic done well. I should actually imply context in my sentences.
yeah, because I know there's some people who, whenever they see a new, like, Muso game, they're like, well, it's just a Dynasty Warriors reskin. And there's times where I'm like, is that necessarily a bad thing if it's fun? You know? Because, I mean, like, I find the gameplay of Dynasty Warriors fun, but I have zero attachment to the characters.
Yeah.
Much like most people in the West. So if you take this and switch it out for, I don't know, maybe change it to Darth Maul and you get Star Warriors, right? Like, oh my god, that'd be sick and so much fun, right?
Dynasty Star Warriors, there you go.
Right? If that would be, I'm pushing that one. If only for playable General Grievous, where you can like do the spinning with the 4 lightsabers through like droids and stuff, that'd be sick.
Damn, man. Better be getting a good medal for this, if there even is a medal reward system.
I'm pretty sure there will be.
That was weird.
Yeah, they all just kind of poofed out.
All of them using phantom magic at the same time.
There's a little bit of magic in every nameless Chinese troop destined to die.
Yeah. Now I'm angry. Can I get to 1400?
I feel like you can, through the power of your chain and sickle.
Yeah. I'm doing good.
Do you have any dream Musos that you'd like, franchises or anything?
I think Sonic would work well.
I think so too. That's definitely one that I've always wanted. The closest we may get is if they give us the Sonic costume for Morgana in Persona Strikers, because
Yeah.
he has that in the dancing game. So if they bring that back, that'd be sick.
Yeah. 1500, baby.
There you go. It's nice when you hit that nice number. You know, anything ending with a 5 or a 0.
Yeah. You're right, Lobu. Have one of these. He's nothing. You ain't nothing, mate.
Actually, a really cool thing is Lu Bu is probably the most famous character in Dynasty Warriors here, but you actually get a costume for Volgia in Hyrule Warriors based on him, where it gives him like the color scheme and it looks sick.
Okay. What does 5 mean exactly in this context?
I'm guessing 5th on the leaderboard, because it seems like Lu Bu got 2,500.
Ah, of course he did. Look at you there. Well, 5, it's sort of cool, I guess.
You're on the leaderboard. You're on the leaderboard. That's still pretty good. If I got 5th on a leaderboard at the local arcade, I'd still be pretty happy.
Yeah, but they say don't pursue Lubu, and then he's like number 1 on the leaderboard, so...
That's actually his advice to make sure that nobody gets over his score there.
Hang on. What is this mech warrior looking motherfucker doing here?
It's okay, it's all canon to ancient Chinese literature. It's all real, don't worry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that was Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Definitive Edition. Look at this guy. This guy I like a lot, yeah. And it was your basic Muzu. And you go around, you hit a bunch of guys, you do a special move, then you keep on going. If you like any other Muzu, you'll probably like this one, and it's even handheld. You can play it on the go. You can tell I'm running out of things to say, because there's not much to Muzo. You go and hit, you hit, and they die at the end. Here's everyone who's currently pledged. Any last words before we end, Tanner?
I would say, if you're interested in a Muso, the one I would probably recommend picking up is the one based on your favorite franchise, and from there, go out and explore others. But stick with something you like. If you don't like Chinese literature, you probably don't want to start with the Dynasty Warriors.
Very good, mate, very good. And if you guys want a game commissioned, a quick look of your choice, hit up patreon.com/HellfireComms, check the tiers, and we'll make something happen. We're working through our backlog. The quick looks will happen quicker than the TV comms, I can tell you that much. But for now, this is goodbye, so we'll see you next time for another HellfireComms Patreon quick look. Bye-bye.